A sensible girl. From our reports, he'll take a month or so to make up his mind, which will have the additional benefit of keeping her somewhere safe. I'm sure you can word the introductory letter that goes with her so that her host will keep her out of the way and under wraps. And in the meantime, you can think about what you're going to say to her when she gets back. Yes, I'm dumping this in your lap. Yes, I'm being completely unfair. Yes, you are going to be stuck with it. You are one of the few people she really trusts. Any explanation from me, or from other senior librarians, is going to sound self-serving. You're the one with the best chance of persuading her to save her own life by staying out of trouble. Remind her that her life isn't just her own. When she made her vows to the library and received her library brand, she made the choice that she belonged to the library. Getting herself killed in a futile attempt at revenge will be wasting everything else she's done. Tell the brat whatever you think will work. Just keep her within bounds, and then, with luck, we can all avoid unnecessary harshness. Also, hurry up and get over that pneumonia. We don't have time for sickbed drama. The letters from the Cardinal and Ao Guang about the missing worlds are disturbing. We're still understaffed, and there's too much to do. Does it seem to you that we spend too much time playing politics these days? Yours, Kostche. P.S. You wouldn't have so many health problems if you actually went to sleep at a sensible hour. P.P.S. Kindly send back that copy of Louisa Alcott's Attack of the Zombie Brides. I want to check a reference. Chapter 1. The snow hissed against the windows, flakes visible in the harsh spotlights which ringed the building. Irene could dimly make out the well-groomed gardens outside and the faint outline of the ornamental lake, and beyond that, the guard outposts, the high walls, and everything necessary to keep this manor house and estate private and undisturbed. The trail of darkness across the white lawn, fresh blood left behind by the corpse which had been dragged across it, was rapidly being covered by the snow. She couldn't see the Siberian direwolves, but she'd been assured they were out there. To be honest, she wasn't even sure that direwolves were or could be Siberian. But, as the saying went, don't contradict an autocrat on his own territory unless you either have a very good reason or a very secure escape route. At this precise moment, she didn't have either of those. While the mansion did have a library, it was one of the few rooms she was strictly forbidden from entering. A logical precaution. After all, they knew she was a librarian, and she could use a smaller library in any of the alternate worlds, like this one, to enter the secret interdimensional library that was her home. A place that was, at the moment, very far away. Suppressing a sigh, she turned away from the window and wandered back towards the fireplace. Newspapers were available, foreign ones like The Times or The Observer, Le Monde or The Wall Street Journal, as well as Russian ones, and she could always do the crosswords or read about the current state of the world while she waited for the master of the house. Irene wasn't a prisoner, but she wasn't exactly a guest either. She was an intermediary who'd been summoned to do a job. And while that secured her a safe conduct, it also meant that her personal wishes weren't priorities. It wasn't so much the enforced inactivity, or even the dangers of the locale that were driving her up the wall. It was the constant circling of her mind around the possibility that most of her life had been a lie. She found out that Alberich, oldest and most dangerous traitor to the library, might be her father. She'd come back from her latest mission, desperate to know more, with urgent questions for all the senior librarians who must have been covering it up.